Tylenol, a staple in medicine cabinets worldwide, is facing scrutiny. This widely used painkiller, also known as acetaminophen, is raising concerns about potential long-term health effects. Emerging research suggests a possible link between Tylenol use and an increased risk of asthma and diabetes. Tylenol is often the go-to medication for fever and pain relief in children. Recent studies have prompted scientists to take a closer look at the potential risks. The potential link between Tylenol use and chronic conditions like asthma and diabetes is a cause for concern. While more research is needed, the existing evidence warrants attention. Several studies suggest a connection between Tylenol use and increased asthma risk in children. A study in the Lancet found higher asthma risk in children who took Tylenol in their first year. Another study in pediatrics echoed these findings. Over 200,000 children were followed, showing a dose-dependent relationship. More frequent Tylenol doses correlated with higher asthma likelihood. These studies highlight an association but don't prove causation. Genetic predisposition, environmental exposures, and infections also play roles. Consistent findings suggest Tylenol might be a contributing factor. In addition to asthma, recent studies have also suggested a potential link between Tylenol use and an increased risk of type 1 diabetes. Type 1 diabetes is an autoimmune disease in which the body's immune system mistakenly attacks insulin-producing cells in the pancreas. A study published in the journal Diabetes Care found that children who used Tylenol in early childhood had a higher risk of developing type 1 diabetes. The researchers speculate that Tylenol might trigger an autoimmune response, leading to the destruction of pancreatic cells. Another study, published in the journal JAMA Pediatrics, supported this hypothesis. Researchers found that prenatal exposure to Tylenol was associated with an increased risk of type 1 diabetes in offspring. This suggests that even exposure during pregnancy might have long-term consequences for the developing child. The potential link between Tylenol use and type 1 diabetes is concerning given the rising rates of this chronic condition worldwide. More research is needed to confirm these findings and determine the underlying mechanisms. Section 4. The immune system, a key player. The immune system plays a crucial role in both asthma and type 1 diabetes. Asthma is characterized by chronic airway inflammation, while type 1 diabetes involves an autoimmune attack on pancreatic cells. Emerging evidence suggests that Tylenol might influence the immune system in ways that could contribute to these conditions. Tylenol is metabolized in the liver, and one of its byproducts is a substance called NAPQI. NAPQI can deplete glutathione, an important antioxidant that protects cells from damage. Glutathione depletion can lead to oxidative stress, which has been implicated in both asthma and diabetes. Additionally, Tylenol might interfere with the balance of immune cells, leading to an overactive immune response. This could contribute to airway inflammation in asthma and the autoimmune attack on pancreatic cells in type 1 diabetes. Section 5. Early exposure and long-term health. Early childhood is a critical period for immune system development. Exposures during this time can have long-lasting effects on immune function and susceptibility to chronic diseases. The studies linking Tylenol use in infancy and childhood to an increased risk of asthma and diabetes raise concerns about the potential impact of early exposure. The developing immune system might be particularly vulnerable to the effects of Tylenol. Exposure during this critical window could disrupt immune maturation, leading to an increased risk of allergic reactions, autoimmune disorders, and other immune-related conditions. While more research is needed to fully understand the long-term consequences of early Tylenol exposure, the available evidence suggests that caution is warranted. Parents and caregivers should be aware of the potential risks and discuss alternative pain relief options with their healthcare providers. Practical advice for parents and caregivers. Emerging research on Tylenol and its potential link to asthma and diabetes can be concerning. Here are some practical tips. First, consult with your child's doctor. Before giving any medication, consult with their healthcare provider. They can recommend the safest treatment options. Second, consider alternative pain relief methods. For mild pain, try warm compresses, cool baths, and rest. Third, use Tylenol only when necessary. Use the lowest effective dose for the shortest duration. Finally, be aware of the risks and benefits. Weigh these carefully and discuss any concerns with your child's doctor.